Hey, welcome back. This is our Haut Beyleron Let's Play series. We're up to part 15. Hi, I'm Farmer Teacher. And what we did is I went ahead a couple of months and took the canola and the straw to the market and most of the silage. This is our last load. And what I'm hoping is once we drop this off that we'll have enough to buy that field that's north of us. Here's a nice advertisement, by the way, for the 2-year season pass. So let's jump in here and drop this off and see how much money we're going to get. Silage is pretty profitable. That's one reason I kept this thing, but I have some plans when I get that other field. I think I might be able to put a sheet pin on it. It'll fit. Okay, we're moving up here. All right, let's see how we're doing here for money. Well, let me get him going back. We'll have him heading back to the farm here. Meanwhile, back at the farm. Should be rolling, and he is. All right, let me check my money while he's driving. And I have $77,185. Yes, I could borrow enough to buy this field. Let's see, I think the field was like 280 something, 286, 400. I'm going to max this out temporarily so we can see what else we can get. I got to leave myself a little margin. All right, now let's look at the fields here. What I want to do is this one. It's full of wheat right now, so I don't have to plant that. It's already fertilized. It's growing. It's fully fertilized. And did I plant barley? Why do I have nothing planted? Oh, it needs rolling. I guess at some point I'll get a roller. So let's see, we're going to buy that at $276. Bam. That is done. Now let's go back to the farm while he's driving. And what I want to do is see if I can fit a sheet pin in there. Well, let's do something first. Before I do any kind of construction, I always save the game, because if I mess up and it's not, working out right, I can go back to the save game there. Getting carried away here. All right, sheep, because I'm already growing grass. Okay, this is 100 grand. I got 106. Let's go over here, see where it fits. It's a little unlevel over here. I'm hoping. Okay, we're going to try it without. I did the save game thing. I got my money back. I'm going to try it without leveling ground. What I need is the front part here and this end to be kind of showing. The rest doesn't really matter. So if I can have that on the high ground, it's not too bad. I got to be able to pull through, though, to put stuff in there. That was not too bad. Land not owned by you, though. Dang it. A little bit under. I don't know if it's going to work. Okay, right here looks like it might work. Let me see where I am. Oh, it's kind of hilly there. Ah. All right, that should work right there. Boom. See how that looks. Well, heck, let's just run over there. Run! Whoa! Look both ways before you cross the street, knucklehead. Almost got mowed down. What would happen if you get hit by a car? Nice balloon up there. See how this looks in case I need to. Should have brought a tractor. Because this hill here is pretty steep. I gotta have to go up. But I think it'll work. All right. I don't have much money left. Let me see how many sheep. I'm just going to buy some sheep. They can bring them. I can't afford the thing to transport them. We'll get some little white sheep here. All right, 15 sheep. Boom. Now I got $1,200 left. Cool. I have no grass though, so they're just gonna sit there. Dang it. How do I get back? All right, so we got our sheep going. Now I got to figure out some stuff on grass. We'll be back. Okay, let me grab my handy dandy mower here. This mower is the cheaper of the double mowers, but it works pretty good. It's relatively quick. I don't particularly like the two different parts when you're trying to do it manually. So what I'm going to do is cut the grass around this field. Now, normally in January, your grass is not going to be ready to cut if you've been cutting it all year like my field. I can't cut my field right now until like March or April. But since this grass has never been cut, it's just been growing, it should give us enough grass to get my sheep going there. So they can start making some wool. And reproducing. I forgot how many I got. What was it, like 15 or something? I don't know. It wasn't a full pen full. Wait a minute, I left a row in there. Yeah, I don't have the front all the way down. That's what's wrong with it. So I'm gonna have to lower that. Thing aggravating about this double part is you got to turn on the front, lower the front, turn on the back, lower the back, like 4 different functions. And if you forget, leaves a strip in the middle or the side. The side's easier to notice, but I'll just cut this here. Normally I'd be further over. Hey, we are humming along now, cutting some grass. Got my rows here, got the middle down, the sides down, so I'm making a good swath here. We go. Yeah, this should give us plenty of grass, I would think, to get the sheep going. It's a pretty good bit. I have another farm with 2 sheep pens, and I only need like one long pass down a long field, one row, after it's been windrowed, to feed both pens until the next grass cutting. So we'll see how it works once I start cutting grass. This will get us going till springtime, I think, because I should be able to fill the pen and have some left. Moving along here. Grass is always a go-to source there for money. Get a little extra something. You know, you can buy a field on some of the maps and you don't have a field there. You could cut the grass first. Pick up some extra cash either by grass, hay, or silage if you had the equipment. He is going. Humming along. We'll be back. Just a sec. Okay, I finished all the grass. Now I went and got my handy dandy windrower. And I am windrowing, well, we'll be here in just a second. Windrowing this stuff so I can pick it up with my forage wagon. And we are humming along. I like this windrower. It's not very horsepower intensive. Makes 2 passes, but since it puts it to the side, gets them further apart for the width. Whoa. I almost went in the drink. And it's having trouble backing up here. Let me turn this off. It's draining my power. There we go. There we go. All right. That was a close one. I almost went. Almost had a video on how to reset your equipment when you go in the river. Been there, done that. I had a map one time where I drove my tractor into the river. The trouble is it was completely underwater, and when I tried to reset it, it no longer recognized the tractor at all. Actually, the AI drove it in there. I just noticed it missing. It didn't come back. And I looked, I finally saw it underneath the surface of the water. And since it was completely underwater, the map didn't recognize it as a piece of equipment anymore. And I could not reset it. So that was kind of strange. Now, the good news is when I exited out, my game turned it off and came back. It was back at the shop, so it reset itself. So I guess that's a good thing. All right, let's see. I gotta be, yeah, I'm just gonna go as far left as I can and let it move it to the right. Then I'll have to go back, pass through there and combine those two rows because they're not quite together. Windrowers are handy pieces of gear. I don't want to go in the river again, or close to it. Stay away from that thing. Okay, so we're going to windrow this. Move it back here when we pick it up with our forage wagon. Here in a second. This is coming along nicely, though. Coming along nicely. Okay, our next step is we have our forage wagon here. And we are going to start picking up this grass so we can feed the sheep. And once we feed them, they'll start making wool. They'll start reproducing. Well, it takes them a few months to reproduce. They got to mature fully. It's going to be awesome. Going to be awesome. The wool will give us a little extra income. Maybe later we can get a something to put that into production. But in the meantime, you still get some money from it. I'm going to go ahead and feed the sheep with this little bit of load here so they can start making wool. There we go. See how that came out. Oh, it's almost full. Almost full. Look at that. And I still got a lot of grass on the ground. So I'm going to pick up the rest of this grass and top off the pen, but I will have, you know, a lot left in my forage wagon to drop in there later, because my next grass crop won't be till like March or April. We are picking up grass. Interested to see how much of this we'll have, you know, left once I pick all this up, and how much it would take to get us from January. Let's see, the last time you cut grass is probably like November, and then you got to make it all the way till March. So you got something to feed the sheep. I could put it in a barn, I guess. I think it takes grass. Trying to remember if I ever put grass in there, put hay and straw, I think it will hold grass. We are almost done picking up grass. Well, we're getting there. We got another row after this, I guess. Forgot about that other one. All right, hard left. Pick this up, top off our sheep pen. Hey, we got a thing of pallet of eggs we need to put up. We're going to do that, go into the next day, and just see how our sheep are doing. After that, probably call it a day. We've got this pallet now, so instead of storing them in there, not pallet, but a trailer. We'll just put them on this trailer. There you go. Pack this thing back in there. Alrighty. Let's zip on into the next day and see what our sheep look like. We did get them some grass. I got a forage wagon with a lot of grass in there. Look, we're starting to get some wool. That is awesome. So it cost us a little bit, but we got a little extra money, and our sheep barn fit nicely right here. It's level on the side that we need it to be. We can even get a little cubby hole there to store the pallets. We can get over here to feed them. Well, let's see how much they need. Let's see how much they take here. 83% now. Yeah, 1%. Not much. Hadn't been a full day though. It was the end of the day yesterday. All right, that's it for this episode. Give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share this with your buddies. Man, it's snowing good. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.